that you came to party, baby. Look like we gon' leave this party with somebody else's lady. I know that you came to party, baby.
Welcome to Roasted New York. I'm Scott Hall.
I'm Dan Wickes.
We're here with the one and only, the hostess with the mostest, and one of the best battlers in New York City, Mr. Joshua Lampley, everybody.
Thank you guys so much. I want all the fans to know that this was recorded before my last battle. So I am at this point still one of the best in the city.
Did you? Oh man, they were not having it against Michael.
That was the hardest I've bombed in a long time, and I have to thank Roasted for keeping me humble in that way. I needed that. So
it's like
totally fine.
Who cares if you like win or lose a battle? But when the audience just isn't giving you anything,
when they just hate you, it still hurts your feelings a little bit. Because I'm like, I thought I was safe. I thought this was a safe.
They were good
and
jokes.
To be clear, they I take some contention with that statement, but
not all of them. I wrote them, and I take a little contention with that as well.
They were black jokes.
There were some stinkers in there for sure where I thought I could charm my way to victory.
Yes.
Boy, did I not.
Oh man.
Yeah, And to be clear, Josh did not have the worst set of the night by far. He didn't even have close to the most racist of the night, and it really wasn't.
And that's what I'm most proud about. As long as I'm not number one in that slot, I don't care if I win or lose.
I literally texted, Josh texted me later that night, hey, is that gonna be a problem? I was like, nah, dude, your jokes weren't racist. They just weren't funny.
Which, I was like, totally fair. And for that reason, the people deserve to see him. Let them see him, dude.
I support that.
Throw me to the fucking sharks. I can't wait to see what Sky Turns Purple has to say about my performance.
Man. He's been a little quiet the last few days.
Yeah.
I still see him here and there. He's always chiming in.
Yeah, well then shout out Michael. He did all right though. It's not like he crushed.
I thought Michael did pretty good. I thought his jokes were good, and he definitely was a lot more likable up there than I was after my Lion King's song. So.
Who was the most racist?
That one I actually didn't dislike. Oh, it was the I almost feel bad talking about this because she felt bad, and it wasn't that big of a deal. But we'll just say there was a
oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
There was a King Kong joke made. And we were a little hard on her at the judges' table, but it's fine.
Well, you gotta nip that stuff in the bud. You can't let that roll anywhere. You gotta let people know we don't stand for that.
That joke couldn't have happened to two better people, though.
Yeah,
that was the right battle for that joke. I don't think it was too bad.
I think everyone was fine. I don't even think he gave a fuck about it.
Yeah. Nobody gave a fuck, I don't think, but I do think that maybe the audience was exhausted by the time they got to you.
It also feels like a very our version of Kill Tony. That our version of the judges being really mean was like, how could you say such a thing?
Yeah, it's just shame. Just pure shame. I definitely, I felt like I was on the end of Kill Tony there when I came up there. It was tough. I needed.
Do you care about losing a battle?
No, not at all.
Yeah,
that's behind me. I used to care, and then you battle Andrew Manning enough times, you learn to just live and let live, But it's more, as a performer, you just want to do well. So that's just all it is. It's just me being a little butthurt baby that I didn't prep enough and didn't have as good a set as I would have liked.
Yeah.
So
you're still a gangster though.
Hey, we try. I did go out and commit a crime right after just to keep my street cred up.
With Michael?
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Michael both.
Michael made you?
Yeah, exactly. He's a man. Shout out him. It was fun.
Also, very much the furthest from that type of stereotype.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very much. The guy's an engineer.
The guy is super
really?
smart.
Yeah.
He's literally just an anime nerd.
He's immigrant parent guy.
Yeah.
He's with the Indian stereotypical immigrant parent joke would work for sure.
He's super smart, super responsible.
I want to see his.
I should have just went anime nerd 5 times. That would have been.
He
best
is
strategy.
for sure anime nerd. He did make but he does look like he is fucking black.
You really hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. I don't.
Dan's right. It's the do-rag. White people can't get past a do-rag.
Yeah.
We see a do-rag and we kind of freeze immediately.
Yeah.
He's also just gives you blank stares when you call him black.
He does. He doesn't
he's not. Because not in that way, but the only time I remember the one time I got a real actual guttural fun reaction from him when I was judging. I was like, yeah, none of that shit's true. It's I met his dad. His dad's the kind of guy who would beat him if he got a 94 on a math test.
Really?
And that he really appreciated that because that's his life.
Yeah.
He's coming to America.
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't. He did. Yeah, he proved how not black he was when you guys were talking about basketball afterwards. Back
Oh
here.
my god, that was insane.
It was.
What did you two have to add to the
was
conversation?
insane.
What
I
are y'all
almost
talking
feel no,
basketball?
dude. He was. I had everything to add to the conversation.
That's true.
He was.
You're a Knicks guy.
Yeah, and that's the only. I mean, it might be funnier that it was me instead of Talent because I wish the Talent stuck around because Talent also would have put him in his place.
Yeah, of course.
But it was like from every level he starts being. I asked him why he's a Heat fan, which is a good question because he's from the Bronx.
Yeah,
and he explains he's a Heat fan because he told a lie when he was a kid.
Oh yeah, very immigrant parents.
Someone told him that someone asked him why if he was a Heat fan, and he said yes, and then he went home and he researched the Heat.
and he just. I kind of respect that, dude.
Yeah.
He made a choice and he stuck with it, and now he's stuck being a Heat fan.
It was a thing where basketball got brought up, and then Dan started like telling him how bad he was, and then they started talking about like actual players and stuff, which I have no idea.
Yeah.
But
Well,
he
his
was
opinion-
he
his
was doing
opinion
the
was
thing
terrible.
where they were debating, but Michael kept looking at me like for help, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah.
But based on Michael's face, I was like, seemed like he was getting cooked. Michael seemed like he was getting cooked in that argument, and like
I love it.
and like couldn't dig himself up. And Dan, when he's got like when he sees a prey, it's like pretty.
Oh man,
Dan was
yeah.
just fucking twisting the
I
knife.
would
Well,
hate
it
to
wasn't
see
even just
Dan.
that. It like annoyed me how stupid what he was saying was.
He wouldn't let Michael out of the conference. Like there was no point to Dan even consider being like, all right.
Oh,
yeah,
of
yeah,
course
yeah.
not. No, you
Well, he
had
wasn't
him,
just, like,
like
wrong.
yeah.
you had him trapped in the corner, full court
Well,
press.
if he yielded, if he like tapped out, I would have allowed it. But he wasn't. He was
If he
digging
would
his
have rolled
heels
on
in.
his back and showed his belly, he would have spared him.
Yeah, the opinions were so bad. He was like, "Yeah, the Knicks. They don't care if they win or lose. I've always hated the Knicks because they just signed players for jerseys. They got lucky with Jalen Brunson. It was just a sea of terrible
just
takes.
takes. Yeah,
the Knicks
just
are
takes.
like the most meticulously constructed roster in the NBA. It's literally like the trade
I'm
a
looking to
paperclip
Scott,
for.
like, dude, help me out.
I can't help you out.
What did I do? What did I do? I'm stuck in the. Oh fuck!
Something
But
about a
that's-
guy in a
yeah.
do-rag getting told about basketball from a guy like
I
Dan.
know, that's
Like,
what it
I
really-
was like, what is happening? Dude?
I'm sure from Michael's POV, he's like, I could cook you in one-on-one.
Yeah, he's
How
just
dare
like-
you talk to me like this? But even though you're totally right. you know?
Yeah, and I guess, and then you know balls, you know that everything I'm saying is correct.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I'm not even gonna like
Dan says
steal
you-
ball valor. You probably know more NBA ball than
Yeah,
I do,
but I mean,
'cause I
there's
grew
a-
up without a team.
I-
I just grew up a basketball guy. I just
gotcha,
love
yeah.
the sport.
I just know balls.
I play ball and I like watching it, but I've never
Yeah.
fully committed to a franchise long enough
That's
to like
fair.
have
'Cause
all the.
what's the closest franchise to?
Honestly, the closest was the Knicks. Like I literally, and it's gonna sound like bullshit. It's gonna sound made up, but before this season, me and Irina, my fiance, were both like, we
Shout
should
out
just
Irina.
like root for the Knicks. Like we love watching basketball. I've been to a couple games. We're obviously not gonna root for the Nets. You know, we live here. Like let's root for the Knicks, and then of course it's the year that everyone hops on the bandwagon because they
Yeah.
go on to win
Yeah.
the finals. So. I did hop on the bandwagon a few months before everyone
all
else,
good. We'll
but
take
that's
you.
pretty much the closest.
we'll take our Taylor Swift fan right
Look,
here.
yeah, sure, man. Look, I grew up, wishing that the Grizzlies were good, but because they weren't, I never committed to them. Like, as a
Gotcha,
Nashville
yeah.
boy, basketball wasn't big. It was more
Let's
college
talk some roasting and some.
Did you grow
stand-up.
up close
Yeah.
to Memphis at all?
No, closer to Nashville.
Gotcha.
Like
Yeah.
40 minutes from Nashville and like hour 40 or 2 hours from Memphis, basically.
Till
Gotcha.
when? You've just lived there and here.
I lived there, and then I moved out east and lived in Knoxville in East Tennessee for a few years. That's where I started doing stand-up with Trey and Lucas McCrary and a couple other guys. And then, after like 4 years of college and 2 years of comedy after that, then moved to New York. So this is like my third landing spot, basically.
Okay. So when,
First outside of Tennessee.
When
though.
did you move here? What year?
2018?
Oh damn.
2018.
Okay. So
Yeah.
You've been here almost 10 years now.
Closing in
Almost
on
a decade.
10. Closing in on 10, man. It's chill. I'm getting married to a New Yorker, so I'm not going anywhere now.
Hell
So
yeah.
You're about to be a married boy too.
You're not going to take her to Knoxville.
I've tried, dude. I brought her back to Knoxville many a time. Like, isn't this nice? She's like, kind of boring, actually. I'm like, but look how many pool tables there are in this bar. Like, it's free. I can play them anytime I want for free. She's like, yeah, you'll be fine. We're gonna.
Yes. Speaking of, I feel like as a Southern boy, you could probably weigh in on this. Georgia versus Georgia.
Georgia versus Georgia, which is my favorite. Honestly, I'm gonna go with European Georgia. Now that I've been to both,
Oh, yeah?
European Georgia was sick. I went with her family. Super
Yeah.
pretty and very different from American Georgia. I'll tell you that.
I'm seeing a vision now. I want a pilot starring you, where like you're moving to Georgia. It's like, wait, what?
I get on the wrong flight, end up in Tbilisi. Like, what the hell? It's like what's that old show?
Bulldogs gear on.
Yeah, literally. Beverly Hillbillies style. Just
Man.
kind of remake it with me in a third world war torn country
Yeah.
where they don't really care about Americans or appeal to us at all. So they just kind of look at me like I'm crazy and go about their day.
What's the level over there of opulence? They're not like it's not like shacks. They're a developed country.
They're developed. They got McDonald's,
Okay.
but the buildings are still crumbling. Like there's still a lot of like there's like bullet holes.
Oh, I like that though.
Like it's got a lot of character.
And the people, are they stern? Are they like direct? I dated a Serbian girl, which is the closest.
I think Russia's more stern than Georgians are actually pretty welcoming and nice.
Yeah.
If you can communicate with them. But there wasn't a lot of people being like, want me to speak English with you? It was more like
learn the fucking language.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But like we went to dinner one night really late and the guy, there was like no one else in the restaurant, but the cook and the owner were still there. And we told him like, hey, like, sorry if you guys are closed. And they're like, no, come in, do your thing. We eat this big, like, delicious meal. They cook it all for us, like, right in front of us. And then we realize we don't have enough money to pay. And the guy's like, it's totally fine. Like, go get some money. Come back and pay us whenever. Like, thanks for coming.
Really?
Like, that's how, once you're in, you're in. They're, like, the most hospitable people ever.
Interesting.
Like, he was going to let us walk out and maybe never pay for our meal. Like, he trusted us that much where he's like, it's totally fine. And, of course, we paid him. But.
Yeah. He breaks her legs.
It's not like I would have been hard to find. I'm the one American guy walking around.
More scars on your face, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when did you start roast battling? Let's give the fans.
Give them what they want. When did I start roast battles? When did Dan probably knows better than I do. When's the first one you booked?
Check out roastbattle.nyc.
Like there are people who are like you like they start and they surprise you, and there are people who just like from the first second they wow you and they're like you're gonna be somebody. And that was when I booked Josh the Battle, Britt Miggs here, and he was telling jokes with like multiple punchlines, and she was like, oh wow. And we got one.
Oh yeah, Britt. Yeah. Well, that one was a little unfair because I know Britt so well.
Yeah.
So it was a good first battle because I'm like, I know everything about you because you're my fiance's best friend and we hang out all the time.
Yeah.
Which I think makes it easier to write jokes when I know someone.
For sure, but it wasn't just that because like I had people who would come in and they would crush because of the vibe and the show was great and the friendship and stuff. But you were writing jokes.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, this is different.
Well, and I definitely overwrote for that battle. I had so many jokes for that battle that I was doing that shit where you
put them together,
put three together and act like it's one, So I definitely,
but not even. I'm telling, like I mean, people have trouble talking about themselves.
No,
I think everybody could learn.
Appreciate what you're saying.
I think everybody could learn a little bit from me in that respect. But you were writing your jokes didn't feel like you were just stitching random shit together. Everything flowed. It was like
there was
really
themes.
Coherent. Yeah.
Well, like I said, I had a lot of insight into Britt's life, and she had just gone through a messy divorce that I knew every detail of. Like there was just a lot of stuff to work with. It was one of those, the stars kind of aligned and I was able to, I think, get off to a really hot start. But I remember early in roasting going against Caroline Haynes and she beat me. And that was the first time I'd lost since high school
and you
sports.
were robbed.
That I would go to the courts and maybe make an appeal on that one. But nonetheless, I think that's what got me where I was like, oh, I want to keep doing this because I'm a hyper competitive. I mean,
Really?
we're talking ball earlier. I grew up playing sports.
Yeah.
It's all I did until college. And I got to college and was like, oh, I'm going to chill on having like a athletic career because I'm not making the NBA. Like let's be real. Yeah. So that's when I started having fun and got into comedy more and like, found my other interests.
Also, as a guy who's always been in athletics, plays intramural ball, would you say that we're athletes?
I think roasting is Look. 4 years ago, I would have clowned you for asking me that question. But in the year of our Lord 2026, I mean, esports are official. Like, yeah, we're a sport, dude. RBL is as much a sport as some of the other sports out there.
Dan's never been closer to being an athlete for real.
True.
I do like the idea of you bring up esports. I would love it if we started calling it an R sport.
That is what we're doing.
If there's ever been an R sport, it's
Yes.
for sure this one.
And also, Dan, you burn a lot of calories while roasting.
Yeah.
You're always moving and you know, so I think it does count as exercise. It counts as a sport for sure. And it's like, I mean, to do well at it, you do have to prepare and work hard. And I think people don't realize that. It's like,
You're one of the few people that it's like, I guess we don't interact a ton, but you're not really a shit talker.
no.
Yeah.
I like to
You don't
talk
have-
shit to my loved ones and friends, but if
That's
I'm
no,
just
also-
like,
no, but that's
not-
kind of what I mean.
It's also
Yeah.
that's also just not true. I've heard Josh say some things from
Oh,
time
you
and
can
now
get me
that
going
really
if I have a
caught me
couple
off
drinks.
guard.
you
I
bring up
support
But I
someone.
mean, even like, and what I say about Josh with Josh too, because most people who like when I talk shit about, when I'm talking shit and we're talking about people, it's usually shit that I know or that I've previously thought. Josh will drop some shit that'll never occurred to me.
My brain works different. What can I say?
I
Unlike
like that.
unique insights about people to be upset about.
Oh, interesting. Like what? What's a hot take?
God damn.
We'll
I
beep it
know.
I
out.
should have known the
Yeah.
roasted pod was going to ask me to name names and talk
I only
shit about-
specifically
We don't have to
remember
name names.
one, but I don't want to put this person on blast.
Yeah, please don't. I'll say this. Sometimes people make content that doesn't sit well with my soul, and I find it hard to move on from that when I see them in person afterwards. Where I'm like,
Interesting.
I hate what you made so much that it's like affected my view of you as a person.
I can typically divide the
Yeah.
two. There's one of my boys who I love to death, but makes horrible content. And I've like literally sent stuff to my friends making fun of this person's content. But I love this guy.
Yeah.
And he did recently ask me to do his pod and say that he's always been a fan.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing. As soon as you talk shit about someone, they will turn around and do the sweetest, most gracious
Yeah.
thing to you ever, and it'll make you immediately feel bad about it.
I mean,
That's
I
just how
don't
it
feel
goes.
bad, not even a little. But because it was consistent, because I've always been very clear. I love this guy. I
Yeah.
hate his content.
And I think that's fair. And I'm a hypocrite. I don't make content because I'm too scared of making something that would make me feel the way I feel about other people's
You
content.
gotta make bad stuff before you make.
You have
good
to make
stuff.
the bad stuff. I
But
know.
that's not.
But-
But that's not what this is. This guy's doing
But
it
some people
purely
commit
for
to bad
for-
stuff, and
yeah.
that's where my problem lies.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah,
They
I am
commit
guilty
to
of
bad
making,
stuff.
I am definitely guilty of making awful shit for sure. I cannot. I will never argue that. But there
Yeah,
is
let's
like
just say it. I was talking to Dan about you, Scott.
Dude,
This is
the conversations that have been had about
Josh
me
is like a
with Dan
massive.
is not, I am
Josh
very
is a
aware.
massive homophobe, and your content offends him on a personal
yeah,
level.
dude. Seeing you and Bad Bunny get steamy like that, it really pissed me off.
It was great. Did you see the hot dog sketch?
The hot dog?
The
It's
one
not
where
a gay
Scott.
sketch. It has nothing to do with being gay.
I think I know how it goes.
No, it's not that. The thing was like supposed to be a. I'm not going to explain the bit,
No, of course.
but it did.
Here, I'll
It
explain.
did well. Okay. That had nothing to do with it. Literally nothing. There was no gay part. The punch is that Max ends up choking on a hot dog, and I do a Heimlich maneuver, and it hits me in the throat. So yeah.
So like,
But the video ends like right there. Yeah, but we did it for real. Like it's very funny.
he shot it into your mouth.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, pretty gay.
Honestly, from a Christopher
But the bit
Nolan,
did great.
yeah, from a Christopher Nolan perspective, I have to appreciate the art you put
Yes.
into that.
It got a lot of views.
Look, he did it practically. Okay.
Yeah, practical effects.
Yeah, like the modern Magic Mike, but
It had nothing to do with that. What's the Louis bit? There's a lot of lawbreakers in here.
I'm saying a lot of loud.
But I see a lot of lawbreakers. Look, none of us are beyond reproach.
That is so true.
But-
But honestly, I like that. I think if that catches on, you guys could do halftime show at Nathan's, next
Yeah,
year.
yeah,
You
dude.
could, you
We're
never
trying to
know.
do more stuff. There are a lot of people though that lean into the content in general is getting way worse.
And I
It's
get,
just getting fucking awful.
yeah, and I get why it happens, and I totally understand how it happens, and so I don't really blame anyone for it.
But
If
it's
I'm being realistic, but it's like, yeah, if something works and it starts getting you opportunities, I understand.
What
continuing to do it.
opportunities though? This is where I get kind of like shitty because
Yeah.
I try not to like since I've been sober. I've been trying.
Yeah.
I've been
Got
trying
a lot
not
more
to,
energy to put towards things.
That's so funny. Yeah, you think, but I don't know. So I also get like pitched a lot of stuff because I do production.
Yeah.
So people just like bring ideas to me and I'm like, this is fucking terrible.
Nothing I hate
And
more
you
than
should
someone
never-
bringing a sketch to me.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, why are you making me say this is like, why are you making me talk to you
don't
about
put
this?
me in this position.
But people do something that pops off and then they just go down this rabbit hole and I go, this is what you wanted to do? This is
Forever?
why you started doing this? It's just like insane to me. And I just watch people like talking to their camera and tell like an inane story that like if someone was telling me that I would walk away from them.
Yeah.
But they were like being like, isn't this funny that the clapper and then they used to kill me? It's like there's no point. It's just like a comment that Sarah would like make to me like
Sure.
walking in past.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, we both
sure.
move on.
Yeah.
But you put that on the internet and people are like, I remember that, like,
Yeah, like
and it's like this hyper relatability instead of any kind of twist or punch or creativity.
yeah.
And it's like that's what dominates the comedy scene is now people just describing a thing that happened to them that also happens to people, but there's no
It's just
Yeah.
them saying their bit from stage, but 2 minutes long instead of 20 seconds. Like
Dude,
they
I
It's
mean, even
awful.
that's not that big a deal. I mean, like, because
That's
at
even
least
better
there'd be
than
like
what
a
I'm talking
about.
punchline.
Yeah, I guess
he's
that
talking
does
about
at least
literally. There are
have
people who just like
punches,
literally
yeah.
say an opinion.
They're just
But,
commenting.
Yeah, let's just go back to buying followers.
I
Might
think
as
it's
well,
better.
honestly. Yeah.
I just don't know. I have a real meek, not to like go down the comedy rabbit hole because nobody cares. You know, the like they need more people talking about comedy. Than
Yeah, we got to dig into it.
But there was I don't know if you saw the clip of Gaffigan asking Maron what he thinks is going to happen in comedy. I love Mark Maron. He's like my guiding light.
Yeah.
But just because he's a curmudgeon and
Yeah,
he
he
talks
is.
about it. But Gaffigan asked him what he thought like the trajectory of stand-up was in the next 5 years. And he goes, the bar because of the internet of people just kind of doing garbage shit and like just on the internet and then being able to fill an audience,
Exactly.
you know, fill a room like that and tour. The bar is just becoming so low for what stand-up comedy is and like what a good bit is that like it's just gonna get more and more and more like it's just gonna be bad. Good production, nobody's gonna care about that. Twists, actual punchlines, nobody's gonna care about that. And so I'm pretty black-pilled, but at the same time, I do think that people that are really good are gonna shine through.
Exactly.
I am hoping.
The hope
Yeah.
is that provides
Some
the
people
backdrop
would say
for
I have
people
a
to be
bit of
good.
emotion right now.
Dan put that in the story. Dan's last story. I've never seen just a small amount
So
go to
gotten over
someone's
1,000.
head so
Yeah,
fast.
which by the way, most views I've ever gotten on a story. It's at like got to like 1,100 views.
Do you know why that is though? It's a bunch of people sending it to each other, being like, "Look at this fucking
Did
asshole."
you see
Yeah.
what this fucking guy
Yeah,
said?
you got ratio, dude. That's called getting a ratio.
You got motion.
It's
That's
got a lot.
so
It also
funny.
got the most likes I've ever had on a story.
Look, Dan, I say enjoy
Dan?
the ride, bro.
What'd you
Enjoy
say?
the ride.
You are killing. I'm not saying
I
it's
think
bad.
yeah.
I'm not saying it's bad. But
1,100
it is
views.
funny.
Ride that shit, baby.
It is funny to go click on Dan's story and be like, I don't know if you've noticed, but I got a lot of motion.
Yeah.
You've always had a lot of motion, man. It's called Tourette's.
Exactly. The whole black community calls each other like, just so y'all know, motion's now dead. Like we
Yeah.
can. It's official. We can't say it anymore. Dan took it.
I think it's good. I think it's good that you're reaching out and trying to do
Yeah,
more
but also,
podcasts
yeah,
and stuff.
anybody who I thought about that. I knew when I wrote that and posted that I was going to piss people off. But you know what? Anyone who pisses off, not on my side. I'm
guy's-
glad it pisses you off.
Well,
I
also
hope it pisses
pissing
you
people
off.
off is part of the hook.
Yeah.
Honestly,
It's really to be irrelevant.
I
is
knew
the
it was
worst thing
going to
you can
get,
be.
yeah, I knew it was
Yeah.
going to piss people off. I knew I was going to get a bunch of people replying to it being like, oh, buddy, you've always had motion. Then, you know what? Guess what? You replied, you made that joke. You've given me more motion.
there you go. You've increased the magnitude of his motion.
Dan's fighting with people who don't exist right now. He's just like arguing with himself. In his
Shadow
head.
boxing his reflection.
Well, we talked about this before, and we talk about it with Roast Battle and stuff all the time. And again, in my sobriety, it's been like I've always had a hard time putting myself like on flyers or like do it. I'll
Yeah,
do it
I
and then I
hate
delete
it.
it. I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't. I was like, this is like with Grove. It's like I could be on all this shit. It's like I just can't. It's
Yeah.
very gay.
Yeah.
And Dan is like the opposite, where he'll be like, no, you got to get the fuck over that.
You
He's
do.
trying to tell me to get
He's
over
right.
it,
He's
especially with Roast Battle stuff. And it's like, do you have that same issue? Where it's
Yeah,
like,
totally. Irina's constantly on me of like, why don't you post anything?
You gotta clip your battles, dude.
I know. I have so many. I have
Even
so
if you
many
don't have the
good
time to do it,
battles.
just like throw someone a little bit of money. It's just
yeah,
like, so, yeah.
I know. But then I get like snobby about like, well, I don't want to just like post a clip that looks like everyone else's clip, because the few times that I
Yes.
did that, it was a drop in the bucket. Like, you know, nothing happened. Like I even had someone teach me, someone who does well with their stand-up clips, or at least used to at the time. They've transitioned
an
into
unnecessary caveat that I enjoy.
They've transitioned into other areas now more, but he like took me step by step, like how he edited his stand-up clips to like, you know, increase like zoom in on your face here and really punch
yeah.
in and take all the, And I also have really long, slow, drawn out jokes, which
Sure.
does not translate well to clips because they're like, clip all that shit out. Like, just get to the punches. And I
Yeah.
like spent all that time and I worked on the clip and it got, like 5,000
Well, yeah,
views.
but
Like,
that's the thing. You have I just pay someone like $30 or something
Yeah.
to do it. You have
you're
a job.
totally right.
It's worth your time to
Yeah.
just not have
And
to
I know
think
it
about
will, that putting the jokes out there allows more people to find you and see you. I also get weird where I'm like, this joke's not done. Like,
Yeah.
I still think it
That's
could
why
be
you gotta
better.
clip the roast stuff.
But yeah, the roast stuff, there's really no
Might not
excuse.
be as good as long of a podcast conversation, but yeah, just do it. Idiot. You stupid
Viewers at
dumbass.
home, sound off in the comments. Should I start? No.
Some people have this thing called emotions, Dan.
Yes, and guess what? And
Debate.
you guys see where those emotions have gotten you?
Yeah, you're
Been
right.
in the way.
Right here,
He
Ignore
baby.
them.
definitely has mad and horny. He's got these.
Those are two of the most compelling emotions to bring to the internet, though. That's why Dan's got so much damn motion.
Yeah, he's got an erection, whether on both. Yeah, he loves both. But I also debate with like, because I've had a bunch of stuff get over 1 million views, and it doesn't really like. I just
Move
wonder.
the needle a lot.
It does. I mean, you get followers for. I find that you get more followers from stuff that's original.
Yeah,
Like stand-up clips. Like, how much stuff do you like? I like a bunch of shit in passing, and I don't even think about who made it
yeah.
because it's just like
Just
unreal.
made you
Any
laugh.
front-facing anything, like anything where it's like someone standing there or doing something, and just the caption is the bit, but
Yeah.
the video is kind of irrelevant.
Yeah.
It's like, why would you follow that person? They're not doing anything. Whatever.
Yeah.
So pumping out content when it's unoriginal, I also think is like a. I just wonder what the play. I'm very interested in what the play is like for uniqueness, because me and Max Carney have shot a bunch of sketches we haven't put out yet because we're trying to like do a brand.
Mm-hmm.
But he wanted to do formulaic things that were like, let's do 2 or 3 a week, pump them out. Do.
I mean,
and
you hit-
I don't want to do garbage.
yeah,
I was
but
like, I
you-
just refuse.
But it's also like you hit a number, and then people just you get to start performing more, and I think that's kind of what
that,
people
but I
are
also
after.
think that the longer
I mean, it
this
depends
goes,
on
the
what your
more
goal
people
is.
have that
Yeah.
number.
Yeah, but
Like,
it
how
just
many
depends
more
on what
people
your
have-
goal is.
Huh?
Like it depends on what your goal is.
Yeah, sure.
Like I know, like there's a person who I know in the scene who is horrible. Their content is horrible. Their stand up is horrible. They're a horrible hang, a horrible person. But they get on shows because people don't say no because they have like over 20,000 followers and they're
Yeah.
pushy. But like
20
so you
grand,
do that.
20,000's like-
But it's enough to get on like these like you can perform on like any bar show or any Connecticut show, and that's like some level of power.
That is, yeah.
Yeah, I get. Yeah.
And that is, those are reps that help.
Yes, for sure. I do. I just think that is shrinking.
And it's
And I
also, a
also-
lot of this is mental illness, just like a complete delusion that they think that they're doing something. and
Yeah, I
they're
wish I
gonna build
Yes,
a
had
exactly.
career.
more
Well-
of that. I need more of that.
Yes, that's also the
I need
thing.
the
is, like,
deluge, dude.
living in the reality of it is also different. I saw someone post something that like this really irked me.
One man's delusion is another man's vision.
You got to be delusional for sure.
That's your second tat.
But I saw someone post
You know what's
something.
better than being delusional? Not being delusional and knowing it's going to work out. You were delusional until you weren't.
We get you're advocating for mental illness things.
Stop speaking in Hallmark cards right now.
Just quotes with the Joker in the rain.
It's only disillusion if you don't believe in vision. Bullshit like that.
Just Dan in the rain.
Yeah.
You know those Instagram
said-
pages that have like a lion as the
Yes.
profile pic?
They said,
Yes, that
yeah.
could do numbers on Facebook.
Yeah, they do. I like them, dude.
Yeah, those
Sometimes
are
I need
good.
a little David Goggins.
I like those.
But I saw someone
I was
post a thing. Stop! I'll
disillusioned.
fucking kill you if I try to start
You're
this
never
again.
gonna finish this story.
It doesn't matter anymore. But I thought it was just a girl posting about how like thanking her followers. Hey, thanks,
saw
guys.
that.
17K. You saw it? I sent it to you. I
Send it
think.
to me, yeah.
What do you think about that? It was literally someone they're under 20, which
That stuff, Matt. That stuff
But they were
is
like, "Thanks
important
for-"
though, because the way that you do that, it's like I know people who put that in their notes, like, thanks for 60K, whatever, because people don't see your follower count growing if they're your mutuals. You put that out, so then they're like, oh wow, I didn't
It's kind
realize
of
this
a
person had
subtle
this many
flex.
followers.
They say, "Wow."
And then like,
This
oh,
is
maybe I
gay
should consider,
behavior.
but maybe I should consider them for more things. Maybe a manager sees that, and then the manager is more interested in you.
it's just but it's retarded.
It's not
My
retarded. It's
point-
business.
my point
It's
is-
business, Mr.
yeah, but the
Business,
bigger-
Mr. Club Boner.
I do like a bit of business. I do genuinely enjoy business.
My restaurant
My
boy.
favorite R word.
I'm not a restaurant boy anymore, and if I was, I'd be making way more money.
The real R word is revenue.
Oh, I thought the real R word was restaurant.
Restaurant.
This is like the only place where I'll get clowned for making 6 figures. Like before I started comedy, it was
What a
like,
fucking loser.
oh, you had a job, idiot.
Post clips, dummy. Quit working at your their damn jobs.
It's crazy, dude. But this person, look, the thing is, the video was about thanking followers and then telling a story about how a follower came up to them and like didn't want to bother them. It's like, oh, thank you. I love when my followers come up to me. It's this distinction from knowing that you have to use the word followers instead of fans.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's like, this is a person who like saw you on the internet one time.
I don't want
versus
followers.
someone who's like actually giving you a career.
I don't want fans. I want followers.
That's true for you.
I want to lead.
Well, you can't mobilize fans.
Yes.
Okay, you can mobilize your followers.
Join the movement.
Tonight
We are legion.
we ride.
It's Dan and Dalia. Dalia and Wickes. Let's start a cult. What are you gonna call your fans, Dan? Danettes?
No, it's gotta be Wickes is involved, but
Wicks Wiggles?
Wicks.
Fiaskins? Fiascos? Weetards? Tourette's? Wicks? Wixlets?
Wixlets. I like Wixlets.
Dan, shout out Joe. Shout out Joe and Luke and all them from the Discord. You motherfuckers, dude.
Look
Speaking of
what
the
you've
Discord,
created.
these motherfuckers have Dan's been talking some shit
In
And
the
I just
Discord?
got
I gotta get in the Discord. I haven't looked.
I haven't really hopped in the
Yeah, yeah.
Discord, but I get fucking lit up, boy.
I believe that. I believe that. I'm too much of like a fucking straight jock loser to even know how to use Discord. Like, I don't even know where to start with Discord.
It's not a fun place.
It seems very it seems like very complicated, but also it has that Reddit energy where it's like if you're not in on it, you're out of it kind of a thing. I feel that way on Reddit too. I don't feel comfortable commenting on anything on Reddit because I'm like, I'm not you guys and you're not me, and I get that.
They fucking light people up on
yeah,
there, dude.
they're
It is
vicious, dude.
Well, most of my bullshit comes from the shit I would do when I was drunk, so I can't even really fight it. Just like shows coming out late, losing stuff, like
Sure,
whatever.
but I think
And then
getting
Dan's
drunk.
in there like, yeah, he is a piece of shit.
He's in there stirring the pot,
Yes.
mobilizing his people.
One of the comments I saw was this guy named Brandon, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, the good Scott's here. Just tell him not to scroll up." And I did
awesome.
not.
And you didn't. You
Fairness,
listened.
you want to treat people like adults. The video's not out. There's 2 people involved in the production. It's not me.
The last video that they were complaining about, you got me the thing at like 1 a.m.
So funny.
and I'm supposed to have it out.
I love that Dan immediately throws you to the wolves.
This is what
Anytime
he
it's
does.
like, he's like,
We had a
guys, it's not on
conversation.
me. I recorded it. Okay?
We had a conversation about it before.
It's,
And I was like, stop fucking doing that.
that. We're supposed to be a united
I
group.
learned.
It
There were
is.
like 3 things I was ready to go into this pod about that I decided not to bring up. Which sucks, 'cause there's one I really wanted to bring up because it is really fun.
What? What is it? Do it, dude.
It's just so earlier we were hanging. So the other night, when the whole Michael Agumbiade thing happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's me, Scott, Michael, Talent, Mo.
Okay.
And you know, like when there's a girl and you're trying to figure out how to put sentences together.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what it felt like having Scott talk to 3 black guys.
I was in there before you, and it was I was the only dude, and my best friends are black, so that's very odd. But
My best friend's talent, Mo.
Dan lives in a. This is why Dan having followers is bad, because he lives in a delusion where he's better than everybody at everything.
Yeah.
And
Where
it's
he's
like,
even
he has
blacker than
tits,
you.
and he's retarded. And before we got involved with the show, he had to cancel Pop Collar because nobody came, and his flyers looked terrible. And did you see the stuff that was happening when I quit Roast Battle? It was the worst shit coming out ever. So,
Don't even
but I'm
remember.
still the retarded guy somehow. The guy who owns the club and the cameras and who helped Dan
love
get all this
this.
stuff going.
I cannot wait for the poor Discord
No, they're gonna love this.
to get
This is their
well, they're gonna
favorite
love
thing,
this.
yeah.
I'm saying they're gonna
We
get
literally
split in the
did-
we
divorce.
fight-
When
we-
you guys break
did
up,
this,
you're gonna have to split
we-
them up.
yeah.
we love each other.
Yeah, we did this in front of Joe D, and he was having so much fun because he
Joe
was
loved
standing.
it.
Yeah, he was standing on the patio, and I just
wanna-
yelling
do
at
you
him
wanna
about like literally nothing. About like it was because there were things that even would have made sense for us
Yeah.
to be like yelling at each other
Oh, it was
about,
about
and this
nothing.
was
Yeah.
literally not any of those things.
Yeah.
it was literally just because he misunderstood a bit I was trying to do
And
while
then-
we were
Yeah.
recording a podcast.
It was such an inane thing, but we have so much built up tension.
Of course, it was a good outlet.
Yeah, we were
Let's
like
just
fighting
use
to
it
do-
all on this.
Yeah, but,
Yeah, but also, also there was a little bit I was putting on a bit of a show because I thought that Joe would
I
appreciate
do like
it.
it. Yeah, I can appreciate the show. Yeah, even
I did
now,
say-
I don't care.
I didn't
We
even get
fight,
to
it's
say
not
to
nothing,
Joe, like,
man.
oh, you get this from the Chicago Patriots.
Instead of barking for the show, that's what you guys do. You go outside and scream at each other, make a big public scene, and it draws people in for the show.
There's got to be. This is our podcast. We have people on. We just fight in front of them.
Yeah, I love it. I love. You guys need me to assume the therapist role here. I can't.
No, we've talked it all out.
We actually did the therapist role when Dave Sheehan was on here, but not like a couples therapist, more just like in my own life.
You just talk to him about
You
stuff.
say Dave wants to be a life coach.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
When like Dracula, instead of biting your neck, he's just like whispering good advice in your ear.
Have you ever hung out with Dave?
Yourself. No, never.
He's like the
once.
sweetest.
I bet he seems pretty nice.
He came down to Roosevelt Island. We hung out all day one day before the show.
Mhm.
Just the sweetest,
Yeah.
the sweetest, most like gratitude driven. Like he's just an unbelievably sweet guy.
Well, that's
Everyone
what you
just calls
said.
him a vampire, and I'm like, that's crazy.
Well, yeah, because we don't know anything else about him.
Yeah.
And he's always standing in the corner in the shadows.
Yeah.
When we first hung
his
out-
handle is literally Shroud of Silence.
he is. The first time we hung out, we went to the diner after one of the shows, and he was like, yeah, I just got back from Italy, and I was like, you went to Italy? And he was like, I was like, with who? And he's like, alone. And I was like, you fucking weirdo. I was just like giving him so much shit.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, you would go to Italy alone.
I did.
Yeah.
And Dave was like, yeah, I would. Like he didn't.
Yeah,
even,
I totally would.
It made me look retarded. But
So yeah, he's one of those too, where he can be hard to roast sometimes because he's just like, okay.
yeah.
he's so at peace.
But after hanging out with him, I was like, I felt bad. I was like, I've called him a weirdo for so long, but he's actually like the nicest.
yeah.
He sends me like glittery gifts that say "Have a nice like day." I swear to God, like randomly, and I have to text him and be like, "Dude, I love you so much."
Dude, thank you so
Yeah.
He gives me like real hugs.
Having said that,
That's
he
awesome.
yeah.
It's just crazy.
much. What a
how-
guy.
Although I will say, even though he doesn't really like partake, he does love when I shit talk somebody.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he definitely loves roasting. I mean, he drives here from Connecticut to do
Yeah.
to get called a gay vampire and
No, I
then
mean-
drive home. Like he's dedicated. And the whole time he's coming, you know he's thinking, he's like, they're gonna call me a gay vampire again. I could just tell. They're gonna say I
he's
have
so
cancer.
excited.
Like he's running through the 5 things that everyone says about him every time.
Like when like a girl we know was getting kind of hit on by a guy we know in a way, and I decided to describe this with, I know she had a rough night, she had to bat away a retard. and I was saying that to Ish, and Dave overheard me and he laughed with his entire body.
See, that feels good, man.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, when he was on, he wasn't debating our nonsense. We were talking about Dan's room.
I bet he was asking thoughtful questions and really like helping you open up.
Well, Dan doesn't clean his room. And
Yeah, it's
lives in-
bad. I don't have a sheet on my bed.
Oh no. You can't look like you don't have a sheet on your bed and not have a sheet on your bed. You can only be one of the two.
It really makes no sense, because I have 2 pairs of sheets that both cost me over $100 when I bought them.
Brooklyn.
More than that's crazy.
Yeah,
This
well,
man
that's
got
when I
the-
was making money. Like,
This man got the Brooklyn in.
Yeah,
I was
dude.
making a lot of money when I was working software. So I still have I don't make that money anymore, but I still have all the shit I bought when I did.
So you
Start
still.
selling it.
But what are you doing with the sheets if they're not on your bed?
That's
Where
a good
are they?
question.
You
They're
just lost them?
kinda, no, they're like.
That's a good question.
What do you sleep under? Like a newspaper?
I mean, they're kind of on my bed, but just not really,
Just got
I just don't
a
like put
sleeping
them.
bag.
They like come. The fitted sheets just to drop off, and you just don't really put them back on.
Yeah. Do you shake in your sleep and
I was
wake
gonna
up
say,
like in
yeah.
a cocoon?
He's got a bed that you gotta put a quarter in because it keeps him still. It's just like it averages out to it's just stillness.
Yeah. And then I'm
I
up
love
till because I'm up till 4 or 5 every night because I get home mad late from the club, and then I
It is crazy texting you.
and then I'm and then I get home and I work on the website. Even before I did that, I was doing software. I would do that mad late at night.
Yeah. Do you have a day job, or are you just
Not right now?
just
No,
comedying
I'm
right now?
trying. Yeah, just comedy. I'm
Nice.
trying to do more freelance, but
Yeah.
I kind of would like to run emails for everywhere now that I'm learning how to do all this.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely an avenue for it.
Mhm.
I see plenty of people making careers out of comedy that I'm like, damn,
Were you like a put together adult before? Because you and Irina live together, obviously have.
Yeah.
Are you like a do nice stuff for yourself guy?
For myself, I mean, I'll occasionally buy a video game or something. You know, if I want something, I'll
Like
get
if you moved into a new place, are you buying furniture? Or are you doing the mattress on the floor for a while and the couch and the TV?
I'll buy furniture, but like one thing at a time.
Basics.
Yeah, I never do big, massive purchases of a lot of stuff at once. I'm pretty good about spacing stuff out and figuring out what I actually need and don't need.
Do you enjoy having? I guess like Dan clearly doesn't think he deserves nice stuff, which is why he doesn't give a fuck. That's a subconscious thing of like I don't deserve to be comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
There's some kind of thing you have in your head where you're like, I'm not going to make this
Don't
a
you
home
do this
because
to
that's not
me?
important.
You're the one who feels like you don't deserve things. I think I deserve everything.
See how defensive he is? I never said I wasn't like that. I drink a bottle of whiskey a day.
You struck a nerve. You found it. Yeah.
There was like, I mean, that's not what's going on now. It's more that I'm just like focused on different things, like instead of actually taking care of myself and my living space. But there was a time where I just like didn't want people over, so I would just keep the place really shitty so I would not have an excuse.
That's insane, baby. My point was to ask Josh anyway.
I love it.
No.
No, I don't have that. If anything, I am too worried about my comfort, and it probably hurts my comedy career a lot. Yeah, because like my first couple years in the city, it took a while for me to get any kind of footing in the comedy scene here.
Sure.
Because I was working a lot and I had gotten my foot in the door at an ad agency, which is the industry I work in now. And so I was working a lot of like extra hours and really trying to work my way up in the ad world so that I could make money and afford to not live in Washington Heights. Because that's where I lived when I first moved here. And so I definitely sometimes like too much prioritize. Like I want to have like
Dominican Washington Heights or Jewish Washington Heights?
Dominican.
Okay.
178 on Amsterdam, like way up there. And it was great. I had no complaints. I got bed bugs. That is a real complaint. And then I've slowly every like year or two in New York, I've just tried to keep leveling up my job so that I can get better and less bed buggy apartments. And
you think that's hurt comedy?
I do. Yeah. Because I think a lot of the time I now have a career in advertising that is like creative and that requires a lot of time and effort, and there are plenty of days where I don't go out and do spots even though I know I should, because I'm just wiped, dude. I just don't have it today.
And I get that too also, like, because in theory all the skills you're picking up at the ad agency should be helping you to advertise your comedy career.
Sure, you would think that, but if anything, it's the other way. It's the fact that I'm a comedian who doesn't care about bombing. I can go pitch anything to anybody and it does not. I don't get nervous. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, you guys can hate this. You suck. I don't care.
I was talking to someone today, a comic was telling me he had to get a job, like a day job. And I was like, damn, I think about, because it's like if you go do creative work all day, because it's like I do production and this shit. And it's like 90% of it is just creative stuff.
Yeah.
By the time like it's time for me to be creative for me, it's like I want to watch it. I want to watch like body cam videos.
I want to play video games. Yes, exactly. I want to turn my brain off, and you can't do that. So I see friends who have like, I mean, it sounds like you're now doing it. My buddy Lucas McCrary, like they commit to being a comic full time and they grind at that. Yeah, and it reaps a bunch of rewards, and they very quickly are full time comics who can afford to live their life and do comedy. And I know that leap of faith is the part that I'm scared to do. I don't want to quit my job and be without income for a few months while I like pour it all into.
You also have like a wedding and a wife. And
I also now have responsibilities too. So I definitely can't do that.
Yeah, you don't want to have the two roommates and the no sheet on your mattress.
I never want another roommate in my life. So I am like a little snobby in that sense, but that's just who I am. I'm a lot happier if I have a bed to sleep in.
What's it like dating a comic too?
Honestly, it's usually easier because I feel like a lot of comics run into the problem of their partner being like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? What is the end goal? Blah, blah, blah. But when you're with a comic, they get it. So that helps. Like, I never have to like worry about getting in trouble for staying out doing a spot or doing a show.
Getting in trouble,
Yeah. But on the flip side, there are, like in any relationship, there will be nights where someone has a great set and someone doesn't have a good set, and then you don't get to enjoy your great set because you need to be there for them, and vice versa. Like, so there are nights where it has its drawbacks because it's like, man, I'm sure you really would have loved to enjoy the good set that you had, but I'm now pissed and in my head about what happened. And, then you kind of have to deal with that.
And are there resentments and stuff? I've run into that where it's like just resentments about people getting stuff or just trajectories or just like, because it's like, even if it's irrational, it just happens. We're humans.
Yeah, it's
like,
natural.
Sometimes it's like,
it's natural for that stuff to bubble up. Like Irina got passed at New York Comedy Club like a good year before I did. And it definitely was like a moment where I felt a little pang of jealousy, but I had to remind myself like, I'm ultimately really happy for her and she deserves it and my time will come when it comes, kind of a thing. So you have to try to be zen about it like that and just remind yourself like, we all got our own path, I'm not posting online. Dan's got motion. Like, we all got our own things going on. So you got to just stay the course.
You guys don't beef.
No, we don't beef.
That's
we do
sir.
different
Jeez,
stuff. Yeah, what the fuck? No, we don't fucking beef. No.
Separate lanes, yeah.
No, comedy wise, like, we run a show together.
That's what I was gonna say, because we just The other thing is like, do you do stuff together?
Yeah,
which is like doing stand up together. I think is much more healthy than sketches.
What if you guys did front facing cameras where it's both of you?
Now we're pushing the medium forward. And that, my friend, is why you have motion and I do not. You're thinking the big ideas. Yeah,
so it's like you take like a typical hacky front facing thing, and then Irina's like, Josh, I was thinking something. And you're like, what, babe? And then she just does.
Honey?
Yeah.
And then she, recites it. Look, I'm sure it would get me some followers.
There are so many comics that if they're in your position, they would just be doing every couple trend fucking bullshit.
Yeah, no shade to the comedy couples out there making content together. I hope that strengthens your bond.
That's never come up.
She definitely has yeah, it has.
Yeah, of course.
It definitely has. And I have been in some stuff for her when she wants me to do it. It's not my favorite thing to do and she gets that. So luckily it's never like a big issue with us.
Yeah.
But she honestly doesn't. She makes her own TikToks and stuff, but she's also not like a full-time content queen all the time like other people are too. Like we both still are got other jobs and doing spots and got other stuff going on.
Well, you both work in the industry outside of it too. So
yeah, exactly.
Exactly. What the fuck was I just about to say?
If
you were
Go ahead.
The Discord, what? You want
was
to
gonna ask,
talk about the Discord?
Did the Discord have questions?
They did.
What was
we'll
the
get to
question?
those.
You wanna get to them now?
No, you keep going. If you have,
I'm not trying to
we
interrupt
typically
and
go to
bring
the
up a
Discord when we
segment.
run out of other shit to talk
Well,
about.
the
If we're
Discord's
flowing,
usually the
we'll keep
last thing we
flowing.
do, yeah.
Okay, cool. That's fine. Fuck me, never mind.
Yeah, you wouldn't understand
Y'all wait.
Discord.
We're gonna make you. Yeah, I don't know what y'all are up to, and we're gonna make you wait till the end of the episode.
I was just gonna ask you more questions, but if you're done talking to you,
I'll answer any and all questions.
Well, I'm just wondering.
I hope I can be funny. I feel like I'm
haven't-
being earnest too much right now.
These people want to know you. They don't want to. They see you be funny. They know you're funny.
There you go.
These motherfuckers want to get to know Joshua.
Yeah, well, they
Lampley.
might
That's
know
true.
you were funny if you posted a few more clips.
God damn it, Dan.
Do you think that's like a podcast? Do you guys want to see us run bits?
No, they
Shout
don't
out
want-
in the comments.
They don't want that.
I think that's enough. It's enough. Sometimes be fun. Everything you do is like you handle things through
your
humor. It
Scott's
doesn't have
gay
to jam.
bits.
Yeah.
I'm not that gay. Dan and I fucked the same amount of trans women.
There you go. Dan's keeping us back on track, reminding
Yeah,
us this is a
dude.
comedy podcast with
sorry,
a well-placed gay. Everyone.
Yeah.
When the train gets too far off, conductor Dan is back.
Well, it's hard to talk around him with all that motion.
Yeah, dude, he's fucking vibrating over.
We're really ignoring the star.
I know, man. It's
the elephant in the room.
it's crazy.
Well, I was just gonna ask if you have any aspirations, like creatively outside of stand up and stuff, movies, acting.
yeah, not acting. I
Creative,
fucking hate
directing,
acting.
whatever.
I hate self tapes. I never want to do one.
But is that like you being like a baby, embarrassed, or
Maybe,
is that like a...
maybe. But I minored in theater in college and trained in acting and like
Oh wow!
did.
So you did want to do that?
I thought I did, yeah. And then doing it and like having to like perform like a scene that I had to memorize, like doing all that stuff made me realize like I don't really like this at all. I like being funny, like
Yeah.
So that's why I always was drawn to improv and stand up because I'm like I just want to go up there and goof around. That's what I want to do.
You did improv?
Yeah, I did improv for years. I did improv starting in high school.
Speaking of gay.
Yeah, exactly.
One time Josh had to turn down hosting dates because, I'm taking an improv refresher.
I actually did, yeah. And nothing ever came. I never even auditioned or did anything with it, so it was a waste of my time and money. But Yeah, I started in improv in high school, and like I had a teacher who I acted out in her class. Just being a goofball, and she sent me to the principal's office, but she also saw my potential, and so she like got me into improv.
She walked over
By
and
the
turned
way,
the chair backwards.
Exactly.
You know, we're in an, you know, if you like improv so much, we are in an improv studio right now.
I'll fucking kill you.
I have seen Grove's got some improv nights.
Improv, stand-up, roast battle, grove34.com.
I love it.
In that order.
I still love improv, and will defend it.
Last, faggot.
I will. Yeah. I will defend improv most of the time because I do think it's fun.
I think that having seen it more and more often, and having like a minority owner here who's the guy is a great at everything he does.
Yeah.
I think the best improv is better than the best stand-up.
The best improv is truly magical.
It's crazy.
It's truly magical. When it's good.
With him, shout out Patrick Williams, Raul Magyar, Tim Martin. I don't know if you know these guys.
I've never met any of them.
They're so fucking funny, dude.
I have to come check them out.
And they are just like, it's immediately they have their characters, the scenes nailed down, and like they're already working on like the math of it.
Yes.
The build. I'm just like learning all the terms, but it's crazy when they're crushing. It's crazy.
No, and I can speak as a performer that like crushing in improv versus crushing in stand-up, like improv, it feels level. Better. It levels. Yeah. When it's working, it levels because everyone is amazed by you. It's like you're doing comedy and magic at the same time.
It's like crowd work.
So it's like if crowd work was theatrical and moving, you know. Yeah. But the problem is that 97% of improv is not that.
The bad ones are bad,
and the rest of it is the worst thing you've ever seen.
It's a crazy thing because there's like there's four people. So obviously there's bigger and smaller teams.
Yeah,
but there's someone else that has to like give and take, and they have to be on the same page and understand what you're doing.
Yeah,
and much like the thing we argue about, where he was trying to set me up, and I did not know what the fuck he was talking about at all.
You guys would not do a good duo scene.
We would. Sure. No, I actually. You know what the funny thing is? I think we would.
Yeah.
You just fall into natural arguments. It would work.
It would be about me being gay. For sure.
Of course. Of course.
But I've seen the crazy part. I've seen so many times where people would come for like the jam. We have a jam on Monday nights.
Yeah.
And they're just like fighting each other to like control the scene.
Yes.
And so someone like sets someone up clearly, and the other one's like, no. And it's
so
like,
funny.
And you're just like watching people like, oh my God.
How did you miss that? He threw the alley-oop right there.
So
like, it was so obvious what he wanted you to do.
Well, it's almost like it feels intentional. People will be like, ah!
Yeah, exactly.
Like someone will set you up and they'll be like, nope.
Well, I will say though, when you get to the top people, some of them will do that on purpose, and it crushes because everyone in the room knows that they're breaking the rule to be funny. So it gets really meta in that way. But I'm sure in a lot of the time it's just people being selfish as performers.
This is so, I don't know if they're going to care about that. I guess people don't hear about improv as much as they do about stand-up.
We're breaking new ground right now.
But Tim Martin is a guy who always plays like his character always chooses like kind of a brooding guy who you never really know how he's going to respond.
Yeah.
But he does that. He does say no, but it always like, it adds to the scene instead of
he's no-anding. He's still adding stuff. Yeah.
He just takes it. He always makes his character like weird.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like, it's so beautiful. But I do think that the best improv is better than the best stand-up. And I'm also like scared of improv.
Oh, it's terrifying.
A scary thing to do.
But I will say that bombing at improv is way easier than bombing at stand-up. Because you're sharing it. Yeah, you're sharing it. And you and your friends can get off and be like, oh fuck, we really fucked that one, huh? And you can kind of share that and bond on it, whereas stand-up it's all you, baby.
Is the awareness the same? Because it seems like some of the improv I've seen for other people, I mean, it happens in stand-up too. People are like, I tell you, a good set, and I'm like, you fucking what?
Yeah, there's look,
because stand-up's like, if I bomb, I want to kill myself for like 3 days.
A lot of improvisers don't realize they're bombing. That's for sure.
Why?
Because they're like, well, it doesn't have to. I'm not trying to make them laugh every second. Like they're like, I'm here to, like they're just looking at it from did I do it? Yeah.
Well, a lot of them actors. They're not necessarily trying to be funny.
Actors for sure.
So they're trying to act. Yeah.
It's a lot of actors for sure. Every improv class I took in New York was like mostly actors, a couple comedy adjacent people like me who like stand up or like sketches and also jump into improv, and then it's like two old foreign guys and they hardly speak English and they have no business being there, and they're probably like successful CFOs or something, but they're like, no, I'm going to do this in my spare time. And then they come to your class and they absolutely fuck every scene up. They say weird sexual things about the girls in the class in the guise of a scene. They bring like a weird flavor of racism that you didn't even know existed towards the people that they have a beef with. It's so funny. The people you meet in improv are incredible.
There was a guy who came here one time and he calls himself Dr. Haktua. He's around the scene. But he came in and it was a jam and they were all fighting each other. Like the scenes were just people they were really trying to figure it out.
Jams are tough.
Nobody was giving each other
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he would come into every scene and he did it twice. The first 2 scenes he did it when he came in and he was Eric Adams. He was like, I'm Eric Adams. Like he looked terribly.
Always a good choice in improv when you start the scene by being like, I am this person.
Yeah. He just would walk in and be like, hello, I'm Eric Adams. What are you guys doing here?
Yeah.
It was like just exposition.
Exactly. Add nothing. Give people nothing. Yeah. I just want you to know that I'm this guy.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's it. And so the rest is up to you, but know that you're working with Eric Adams right now.
Deal with it.
Yeah, exactly. I know you set this up as a dentist's office, but I'm Eric Adams and I'm here for a root canal. Go. I'm not going to bring anything else to the scene from here.
That's exactly what it was. But then the crazy part was he did that twice, right? And I'm behind the bar and looking at like Jake Keefe, who's a great actor. He does like network stuff. Yeah. But we were fucking crap. I was like just looking at him like he's running it. And I was just fucking smiling at him. Like I was so excited. Then the guys in the jam, every other scene, he would walk in and before he said anything, they were like, oh, look, it's Eric Adams.
Fucking Eric Adams. They just made him Eric Adams.
And that started to piss him off.
Yeah, of course. You don't say when I'm Eric Adams, I say when I'm Eric Adams.
It was the best, dude. I had such a good time it was the worst improv I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But I had a great time.
That sounds about right. That's hysterical. I had a class show where it was the exact class that I just described. Like, okay. And of course, one of the old foreign guys gets up there. And it was one of those things where just based on the numbers, I knew I needed to be in this scene. Like, yeah. I was like, fuck, it's me and him. Yeah. We're going to do this scene together. And he walks out on stage and he's like, Sylvester Stallone, what are you doing here? Just the worst lob of all. No. Not only am I going to make something up that makes no sense, I'm going to put it on you. So now you have to be Sylvester Stallone the rest of this class show. And that was all I got to be the rest of the show was Sylvester Stallone.
He didn't even give you a thing you were doing either.
No.
He was just like, what are you doing here?
And admittedly, I didn't even have a good Stallone. I didn't, I've seen Rocky, but I was like, I don't have a lot to work with Stallone, so...
Oh man,
that drove me to stand up eventually. Doing enough of those.
Why? So you stopped improv because there's just no more.
Well, I was about to audition. I'd finished all the UCB curriculum and was about to audition for house shows when COVID hit.
Okay.
And then I had been doing stand up as well, but then that kind of I just doubled down on stand up after COVID and never really got back into the scene.
Well, Sunday and Monday nights at Grove 34.
Catch me and Dr. Hawk Dude,
Dr. Hawk. He asked me to do his podcast. I was like, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I said, DM me. And then straight to request. Sorry if you're watching.
Sorry, Eric Adams.
Sorry if you're watching this, but just so you know, when I was in DC, I had a podcast, got top 10% in the world. Sorry, Dan. Go fuck yourself.
Damn, what pod was it?
Who'd you do that with?
I just had an interview. No, that was mine. Okay. That was mine before I had Eric and I. It's not a good thing to say, but I am good at podcasts and promoting podcasts.
This man's good.
But
he's a pro.
No, I had on Daryl Davis, who was on Rogan. I had on a couple UFC fighters.
Oh, cool.
But it was an interview one, but I reached out to Mark Norman, and I was cringe, just started doing open mics right before I moved here. And his response was, no way, fatty. I DM'd him, and he just responded, no way, fatty.
That's pretty funny.
Were you fat
Dr.
back
Hawk
then?
No way, fatty. I was fat.
Yeah.
Fatter even.
I'm surprised Mark noticed that. He normally doesn't look at you.
I don't even,
How fat?
Fatter than I was fattest here.
I love that.
During COVID, I just got super fat. I did get sober then, though, so there's a lot of milkshakes.
Oh, okay.
Milkshakes
I remember when you were an ice cream boy.
I'm still an ice cream.
I love ice cream, too. Me too, man.
But I'm trying to get a Ninja Creamy.
Oh.
That's the next move.
That's the next one? I don't even know.
I know when I'm getting stressed because I started eating candy.
Yeah, I definitely, if I, quit drinking entirely, I would be killing some ice cream.
I'll get home and I'll off the train and I'll be like, yo, if I get if I get like a roll of cookies or like a thing or like a cheesy bread, I'll bang out like a feature on the website. Like I know that if I just keep myself focused.
Derek, when we did a couple of video essays that did well on like a private channel, but he would like bribe me. He'd be like, all right, we're gonna edit. I got like some visions, just like you got to sit there and I'll just tell you what's in my head and I'll make it. And I was like, I can do that. And when I get down here, there'd be like 4 Diet Cokes and a bowl full of like M&Ms.
What a guy.
Dude, I love chocolate.
Yeah. Oh, me too.
Chocolate.
I got a sweet tooth.
Let's get to the Discord questions. Let's see what the fans want to talk to Josh Lampley about.
People want to know.
And then we got to get to a show.
Oh, yeah. We got a show. I got a host.
Do you want to plug anything before we do this, Josh?
Check out all my clips that I'll start posting. I have a podcast called Dog Slop 360, but it's one of those that we don't even really take very seriously, so I wouldn't recommend. Like,
don't listen to Josh's podcast.
Listen to his podcast.
He just told
listen to this. Listen to this podcast and keep supporting it instead. I'd much rather that. Yeah, just Instagram.
Okay, Joe immediately with heat.
Hit me.
I need betting odds on the Bills winning the Super Bowl.
Ooh. Is there more?
Improv is lame.
He did not say that, did he?
He did.
That's so funny.
Fuck
Joe.
yeah.
Okay, so what are the odds on the Bills?
I don't think the Bills have enough. And this, for people who don't know my life, my soon-to-be wife is a big Bills fan, so this is going to cause a fight later. But I don't think DJ Moore is enough at wide receiver 1. I don't think they have the offensive star power to do enough, but they're definitely a great team, and they're way better than my team, and I look forward to angrily watching them win all season long coming up, because that's what ends up happening.
Who would your dream roast battle be?
Ooh, that's a good one. Dream roast battle. I mean, honestly, I would love to go up against someone like JP McDade, just because, like, as someone who watched the old roasts, like before I even got into roasting, it's so cool to see how far he's come, and even like Andrew, which I've obviously gotten to roast Andrew a bunch of times now, but like seeing how far they've come and seeing how they kind of like carried the torch, I think is pretty sick from a comedy perspective.
It's just an honor.
Yeah, he's one of the OGs. I mean, I
always say this, and I was actually playing catch with Andrew in the park the other day, and we were, shut up, dude. I didn't have my dad didn't play catch with me. I'm adopted. No, my stepdad's awesome. But we were playing catch, we were talking about JP, and I was just like, I always want to shout out JP whenever I can, because he just like that. He's such a great guy, great comic, and the way he moves is so authentic. Yeah, he's no ego about him. Like, he's just funny, man. The guy's great.
He's like smart, and he says what he thinks, and it's always very real and authentic to, like, you can tell he believes in his jokes and what he said. Like, I really respect that he's never really pandered for anybody.
He's a great guy,
and it's funny too, because when I first met JP, he just saw me do a couple roasts, and I could tell he hated my jokes. Yeah, because I had such dumb, silly jokes that it took us a couple times before I think he warmed up to me. Sure. And now I fucking love him. Like, he's the best. I really look up to him as a comic as well. Same. But it was just I remember it was one of my earliest roasts, and he was like, Josh, your jokes are like shotgun blasts of stupidity or something like that. Like, it was such an apt description of how my writing was and still is. And I could tell that he didn't mean it as a compliment, but I took it as one.
Oh, man.
And I doubled down on that.
Okay. So. And then finally, closing with a banger.
Yes.
Does Josh think he is funnier than Irina?
Absolutely not. Not a chance in hell. She's the funniest thing ever, and I suck.
We got the clip.
Exactly. She's the funniest person ever, and I suck. No, it's fun. I mean, Irina and I have roasted each other, and we actually have, like, pretty much. I think we've roasted 2 or 3 times, and we've like split. Like, I won one.
I think you're 2-1, right? Yeah, because you won the first 2, and then she won the most.
She won the last one, and it wasn't close either. And I was doing that shit where I was like, I got these jokes, they'll still work. Yeah. 3 years later, it's like, no, my heart wasn't in them anymore, and the audience felt that. So she beat my ass last Valentine's.
You guys aren't rigging it. You guys aren't.
No, I mean, we run stuff by each other to make sure everything's kosher in terms of what we're talking about, but. No, I mean, we we don't go in with a plan of I'm gonna win this one or you're gonna. We both go in trying to beat each other, which is fun.
Yeah.
Which is the way it should be.
Okay, so totally unrelated question. Yeah. What's your opinion on people who steal Snickers bars?
Oh no, dude! It wasn't a theft. I'm much less drunk
shout
and
out
angry
Brandon.
about
That's
nonsense.
Brandon from the Discord. But what's your
Brandon, you're a shit star. Dude.
Ooh, Brandon, you're trying to get me in trouble, bro.
So.
Look, I think whoever was taking those Snickers needs to be apprehended. I think they need to be held responsible for their actions. And whenever I find out who it was, mark my words, I'm gonna have some choice words for them.
All right.
No, honestly, sorry for even making that
No, it was. I thought it was funny, and honestly, it kind of pissed me off because I'm like, damn, I could have been stealing Snickers this whole time. I fucking love Snickers. I could have been swiping them, and all it would have been is someone talked a little bit of shit about me on a podcast after. Like, I can handle that for some delicious Snickers. That sounds like a great trade.
No one cares about the Snickers. Free Snickers for everybody.
Yeah, I might grab one on the way up to stage tonight and just host with a mouthful of peanuts.
To be fair, Dan was eating peanut M&Ms and grabbing sodas today without saying anything, which I clocked but didn't say anything.
Well, look, when you have motion,
he's paying with motion.
When you have this much motion, people tend to comp some things.
That's true. Yeah.
I definitely should have asked, but it is for the good of the pod, because the more jittery and sugared and caffeined up I get, the more interesting I am.
Yeah. This guy's got an answer for everything.
If Dan doesn't have a green tongue when we're recording Growth, it's like it's not in the zone.
We were thinking about putting a bar cart back here with all one color M&M.
I like that.
Who was the band? Who was the band that did that?
What?
It was a band that did something like that.
I forget. It was just like annoying stuff in there.
I've heard a lot of
it's just to know that people read it.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think it's a nice touch. What color would you go with?
I think green.
Green, matches.
It's gotta be green.
Yeah, I think green.
The environment well.
So,
I think a little mirrored bar cart, some joints, a fake cocaine thing.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like the vision. I mean, the place looks great. You guys have done a lot with it. It looks really good.
Yeah, I'll start drinking again.
This is a good drinking room. I could drink back here for sure.
Dude. Yeah, this is a
great vibes
with all the lights off. The idea is to never have those overhead lights on eventually.
That's good. I hate
just
overheads.
To have it no big lights.
No.
All right, so from Jeff, Josh and Irina are the Taylor and Travis of the New York roast battle scene.
That's true.
How does Josh feel being the Taylor since Irina is the more masculine one?
Damn, Jeff.
Well, look,
Jeff
I will take being Taylor any day of the week. She's kind of like the most powerful person on the planet. And honestly, yes, Irina is the Travis Kelce. She loves vaccines. She loves all the stuff that Travis is into, like talking black until you have a white girlfriend and then code switching and stuff like that.
Josh might be a secret Republican.
No, I got the Johnson & Johnson. I got one.
I got a Johnson & Johnson.
I just got one and done. One for the road. Just keep me honest.
You're not getting me twice.
Yeah, I never got a second one.
I'll also plead the fifth. Me and Fauci.
Joe D again.
Damn, Joe.
Will Josh and Irina end up like Tom and Christina minus the money and fame?
Damn, what are they
so just divorced after 20 years? Honestly, maybe. I mean, it's definitely statistically possible. I would at least love if we're going to get divorced for us to have a great career together that launches a whole podcast network like those two were able to pull off. But
by the way, I did tell Scott not to read these before the pod.
I love that.
He laugh at them.
It's for the best. Like, let Joe D catch me off guard on every single one.
You guys had a fucking writing session?
Dude, I think Joe wrote more for this than I did for my last battle, and that's why he's fucking roasting my ass right now.
Well, Jeff has a bunch coming in.
All right, here we go.
Since Josh is a Titans fan, does he bother blocking off playoff dates?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah,
yes.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good. Ha ha.
It's unnecessary.
Obviously not. The best part of being a Titans fan is the next month, because it's the only time of the year when we have any hope at all. Because by October we're 0-4, and then it's all over again. Okay. So
it's one thing to talk about a man's fiance, but you don't attack the Titans.
Yeah. Say whatever you want about my beautiful wife, but keep my goddamn team out your mouth.
Does his 80s cop mustache hint at his future career?
Do I want to be a cop? I think I'd be a pretty good cop, honestly. I think I'd be super chill. I'd bring a sense of humor about it. I'd be self-aware. I think I could do a lot of good PR for cops, but I am too much of a pussy, and I don't want to get pepper spray in my
I'm trying to think of you pull over some kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're in high school.
Yeah.
They got weed on them. They're high.
Yep.
They've had maybe 2 beers. They got
Yeah.
a little bit of coke on them.
Okay.
What are you doing? One of them's got a prior. The guy
Okay. I'll
driving's
tell
a
you
good
what I'm
kid.
doing. I'll tell you what I'm doing. I get my phone out.
Yeah.
like this.
I set it up and I play them all in a game of basketball. That's the cop I am. I'm the one that doesn't do his job, but that makes heartwarming social media clips. See, I can make clips.
Yeah.
Heartwarming social media clips of me, shooting with the kids in the park, maybe taking a hit off the J. And
You don't want to be the one with the guy getting his ankles broken, like falling in a Kevlar vest on like a turtle.
That's why I can't be a cop, because when they cross me, I'm immediately going bad cop. The baton comes out, the taser. My ego is hurt, and I'm immediately bad cop, just like that.
Yeah.
You get your ankles broken. They had a gun on them.
Oh yeah,
They're-
Your Honor. I felt threatened.
Okay, Josh, who from Jeff, who can count to 5 better? You, Joey, or Sarah?
Who can count to 5 better? Honestly, John.
Historically, Dan's been the worst at it.
I think John is the best at it.
Yeah, I think that might be. Well, I don't know. Sarah's.
Sarah's I've only seen her struggle with it once or twice, and I think I put it in her head because I made a joke about it before the show, and then she was like, "Fuck, it is hard to remember."
Yeah.
I've now got a index card system that I use that's pretty foolproof, where I actually mark when people say jokes, because my mind goes blank, especially if someone says something funny.
Yeah.
It's like laugh for me is like a hard reset. My brain is I'm like I don't even remember what happened
That's
before
a good
that
plan.
joke.
Might have to steal that.
So yeah, I do tally marks for each battle.
You are an amazing host, man.
Thank you, man.
Really, really
I appreciate y'all letting me do it. It's been a great learning
Counting,
experience.
withstanding.
Thinking on my feet really challenged my brain.
The ability to set them up for a roast battle, because you and John do it different ways. It's really a spectrum, because Sarah's so nice, but she's never going to come at the audience too hard. So the first battle kind of like gets them in like the brutal way. Mm-hmm. John's going to come out and just call someone a cunt
immediately. Yeah. Whether they deserve it or not.
Yeah, and you have this great middle ground of like addressing how the opener did, really bringing the room up. And then like Rob has a similar story where like you are kind of a guide, where John's like adversarial, like pay attention, idiots.
I'm a Sherpa, dude.
And you're a Sherpa, and then you have like a lot of the times you have a better joke than the judges.
I
think the big T, little T. What was that? Was that your joke? Lowercase T.
Big T versus
lowercase T.
lowercase
That one, yeah, all the time.
I feel like the best part of being the host is that you get first dibs when you're the first one to get to talk into the microphone.
Yeah,
and I really relish in being able to be like, I know 3 of the judges probably wrote this down, but I'm gonna say it first.
Few times where I've been like,
I'm gonna say it first because I got the mic, and it's awesome as a judge because you can do one. Get a laugh and then sit down and fucking gloat like Dan with all his followers. You can just soak it up. Like, I did my job. Let's see if these dumbass judges can make them laugh. It's fun. It's fun. I've really enjoyed it, and I love the opportunity.
Also from Jeff.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to Scott, how gay is Roast Battle?
You need a smaller scale.
Is this AI Scott? Is this real life? What Scott are we talking about?
Let's just do 1 to 100.
Roast Battle is very gay, but in a really loving, endearing, warm way. I like to think like it's definitely Island of Misfit Toys vibes for sure. But it's fun to be a part of. It's fun to be on the inside of it.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm sure it's also fun to be on the outside and make fun of us too. I'm sure that's also cool.
Well, the idea that it's like the worst thing you could be doing in stand up or whatever. I don't know. People just have this. I've never been part of them, like especially with Dan. It's pure ego, but that's you mean being on the outside, like talking shit?
No, when people are like, no, they don't want to be part of it for the most part.
Yeah,
it's just like such a community.
I mean, there are people who can't handle it,
now
and
with the league.
But when people are like about like, people think it's beneath them.
Most of the people, who think it's beneath them, got their ass kicked and won, and never came back.
They're just not the people that can hang. That, in that way. Yeah,
totally.
It's just such a community. It's such a loving community. I mean, the Discord, especially with the league, like we get to see the pod and everything. It's like you really get to see the people that are locked in. Like they love everybody so much, and all the comics love each other so much. And it's like you roast your friend. That's like one of the funnest things you can do. Yeah,
it's so much fun, and like the shows are. So when they go well, they're so much more fun than a regular stand-up show too, because it's just got its own energy, and then everyone hangs afterwards and has a good time, and I feel like a lot of my closest comedy friends have come from this community and roasting, and that's with me doing 6 years of stand-up before I got into roasting, and I still already have made more connections with people here than I did just doing stand-up. So I think that says a lot.
I also think, like, you know, for someone who watched the old roast too, like, I'm a big roast not as much roast masters, but even I would say the beginning of roast masters, but mostly like Patrice, Norton, you know, O&A, like that type of stuff. It's like those guys really were like, their jokes were about each other in like a way that you kind of got to see. Like, there were some jokes where you got, but you didn't really get it like they got it.
Yeah.
The room
it was
would be
like
laughing
inside
away.
jokes. Yeah.
And we getting, like, when those moments happen, when it's like the comics know and the audience is kind of laughing, but they don't really know what they're laughing at.
It's the most fun.
It's like, oh, fuck.
I know it's bad for the show and that Dan would probably tell us to stop doing it, but I love an inside joke just for the right half of the room at a roast battle. There's nothing better than saying Big T is going to be a congressman and watching only the comics get it.
Yeah, I mean, I mind less now that I'm thinking about like the internet enjoying it. But,
because now they're in on it too. Like Joe, when he's not fucking cooking up heaters for me on Discord.
And also, when we get regulars, I kind of like to see if maybe these will still hit.
Yeah. Totally.
I tried one last week that fucking bombed, but
Oh yeah.
Let's go. Let's run through.
I wish I could remember. It was it was Joe Levy. I said like if Joe, I said said Joe Levy was like if Big T was like Jewish and a pussy or something like that.
Joe Levy was the star of the show. I loved him.
He really did not have
Yeah. Anyway,
he was cool though about it afterwards.
One more on Jeff, and this is a real Jeff knows ball question.
All right, cool.
Josh, what are your thoughts on roasters who focus their jokes on everyone but the person they are battling?
Look,
I don't get it.
Because it's his Big T battle.
Yeah.
Actually, it would be a good question for you too, but you answer first.
I have to say, I publicly I do not like it. Leave Irina alone. Leave her out of this.
Yeah.
I need to remember to tell Luke we got a battle coming up. Like, it happens a lot, and I understand how people get there, because I definitely, when in my first roast with John Ajoda, I made a joke that was really more about his ex being Egyptian than it was about him, but I just wrote a funny joke and wanted to say it. So I understand that people see me and they see Irina, because we are like a comedy couple,
but also
so they think she's on limits.
Also, the problem wasn't just that they were about Irina.
Well, the Big T is its own. But I've had other battles too where Irina leaves and she's like, why were 3 of those jokes about me? And I'm like, that's a fair complaint, I think.
Yeah.
Because it also is like the crowd doesn't know who she is unless they're a regular. So those jokes aren't going to work. It's the same thing when people in roasts are like, you don't get any stage time. And everyone's like, who gives a fuck? Like, this is not about where you are on the totem pole of Manhattan comedy, you know, like this is about a roast, so you need to roast the person.
That happened at Flophouse. Ethan Filler was like, oh, you couldn't get on Gas Digital, and I was like, shut up, faggot. Everyone was like,
whoa, there it was.
Yeah, and then also battling too. It's like, it doesn't work when someone attacks the other person. It works like once, but Sarah's had it done to her, and everyone was like, what are you talking about Scott for?
Yeah.
And then this last battle, I was going to battle Menno, and we were exchanging info. And he's like, is there anything you don't want to talk about? I was like, just try to leave Sarah out. I was like, just I go, it's not
about my partner. It's about me. So make fun of me.
Yeah, don't remind Scott he's dating a woman.
Gonna bum him out.
We talked about this before the podcast.
Hey, that was off limits. We talked about what was off limits before the podcast.
You guys don't listen.
And you guys still fucking brought up Irina, and I do not appreciate it.
And it is fucked up that when we talk to you, she keeps coming up. Speaking up from Jeff, does Josh have a secret stash of candy that he uses to calm Irina down on days where nothing's wrong?
I'm sorry, Josh. I'm sorry, Josh and Irina. I was
When's this coming?
I was a drunk. How
much time do I have for some damage control? No, to answer your question earnestly, we are a candy household. I always have chocolates and sweets on deck. You got it. I'm a chocolates guy, but every once in a while I'll get a hankering for like a Sour Patch Kid or something, and I'll go indulge. But we keep chocolate on deck in our house for sure. That's why we have such a open door chocolate policy in our house.
We have an open door chocolate policy, but it means something else. Black guys.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not what I thought it meant.
What? What'd you think it meant? I don't like what you're gonna say. Whatever Dan's about to say is gonna piss me off.
I think it might be that you're opening the door to your chocolate.
I was gonna say it's gonna be an
My
ass
chocolate?
thing for him for sure.
Oh,
He's
it's
thinking
about you getting
butthole.
fucked in the ass.
Yeah, he's thinking butthole. Yeah. He's thinking about your ass as a chocolate factory where the doors Willy Wonka style
I think
are
it might
open.
be a little fudge packing going on.
This is my theory though. It's like, yeah, I'm gay, I get it, haha. But the amount of times Dan thinks about me fucking another man, he might spend more time thinking about
You
gay
know?
sex than I do.
That's true. That's
Just
Why are you
by
calling me
proxy.
gay? Is it because you're gay?
yeah.
Hey Dan, takes one to know one.
Oh, there we go. He is rubber. You are glue.
Yeah.
All right, I think that might be a perfect place to.
All right, let's call the podcast.
I love it.
Grow 34.
Roast Battle NYC.
Yeah.